Today's news.
Curfew in downtown L.A.
We reached a tipping point.
Trying to smooth over a feud.
Musk says he regrets some of his criticism, which included the president's spending bill.
Confederate comeback at Army bases.
Fort Polk, Fort A.P. Hill, and Fort Robert E. Lee.
Good morning. I'm Steve Kathan. With the CBS World News Roundup, Los Angeles police are now enforcing a downtown curfew at the close of another day of protests against the Trump immigration crackdown, and a federal judge denied California's request for an order to block the deployment of Marines and the National Guard. CBS's Jonathan Bigliotti is in L.A.
Small groups of protesters gathered in downtown Los Angeles were quickly broken up at the start of curfew Tuesday night with a show of force by LA police officers. Earlier, nearly 100 people were arrested and loaded onto LAPD buses. The protests, a reaction to President Trump's immigration crackdown.
Los Angeles was under siege until we got there. The police were unable to handle it. You could speak to the chief. He said it on television.
We asked the city's police chief about coordination with the National Guard.
We don't need the National Guard, and they're not here to help us right now. They're here to facilitate what the federal agencies are doing on the immigration front.
I'm confused because President Trump said that they were brought in to assist with the protest.
Yeah, well, that's not our understanding.
This is Michael Wallace. The protest spread from Los Angeles to many other cities, including Atlanta, to New York City.
I'm not a freeloader. I came here to work.
To Chicago.
This goes beyond racism. This goes beyond xenophobia. This is anti-human.
There were some violent clashes with police. In Austin, Texas, Chief Lisa Davis says 3 of her officers were injured by large rocks.
That will not be tolerated. Arrests will be made.
President Trump says his deployment of troops in Los Angeles could be just the start, and other cities should take notice. Here's White House correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
President Trump at an event marking 250 years of the U.S. Army at Fort Bragg in North Carolina defended deploying troops into Los Angeles.
What you're witnessing in California is a full-blown assault on peace, on public order, and on national sovereignty.
Earlier, the president had warned what's unfolding in California is just the start.
I can inform the rest of the country that when they do it, if they do it, they're going to be met with equal or greater force.
He called out those who might be planning to protest on Saturday in Washington as the military holds a massive parade.
For those people that want to protest, they're going to be met with very big force.
Writing on social media this morning, Elon Musk says he regrets some of his posts last week about President Trump. He says they went too far. Their feud erupted after Musk left Washington and attacked Trump's budget bill. Trump warned Musk he could face serious consequences. President Trump says the U.S. will get magnets and rare earth minerals from China under a new trade deal, and tariffs on Chinese goods will go to 55%. Trump says in return, the U.S. will allow Chinese students to attend American colleges and universities. The government says inflation picked up a bit last month. Consumer prices increased 2.4% compared to 1 year ago. It's up from a 2.3% yearly increase in April. Well, now to Washington State, where authorities say they believe they're closing in on 32-year-old Travis Decker, who is suspected of killing his 3 young daughters. Correspondent Nikki Batiste.
The Chelan County Sheriff's Office announced Tuesday that a suspicious person who appeared to be alone and ill-equipped for the trail in the weather was seen by a hiking party. He was spotted south of where the bodies of 9-year-old Peyton, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia were discovered.
Attention is focused on the testimony of an ex-girlfriend of Sean Combs at his sex trafficking trial, a woman who uses the pseudonym Jane in court. CBS's Jerika Duncan.
Even with the number of text messages that they entered into evidence where it appears Jane is excited about having sex with Combs and other escorts, she maintains that this was all an attempt to spend more time with Combs, which we heard that from Cassie Ventura in her testimony a few weeks ago. So we expect to hear more from Jane as she gets back up on the stand.
It's 4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? It's 53 degrees in Richmond, California. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cab News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that heavy jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.